then let's proceed. I think you back. Right. So then we have marked the new high, the new low, the current low, that is, and again it is breached almost immediately. It is breached almost immediately by this yellow candle here. Then now meaning that we will have to. So let me make it shorter because it should not go beyond where it was breached. Now this we move low, and we take our candle at the bottom here. That is now the current low. Okay. The current low, and we will extend it until it is so that it marks the point of breaching. If at all it will be breached. If it is not, then it will mark the red zone where they will be interplaced. Okay, so then let's play on. Okay, let's mark our loss. Let me pause there. It was breached. Then we'll have to mark our new low. Duplicate that. All these candles here, they are each is slightly lower than the other. So actually the low comes right at the bottom here. Yeah, these three candles, they might look like there's one which is shorter, but all of them they actually lower lows going downwards all the way, and therefore that is the current low. That marks the current low. Then that being the current low, then now you want to look at where the current high, where the current high should be. And remember, you're looking at the bottoms all the way and up to this green candle here. This green candle, you can see this one is slightly lower than this. So this being the last candle, then now our high will move. Our current high will move to that point. This one we can pull it back now because it has been breached up to the point where it was actually breached. So that being the case now, I need some people still on the queue. All right. So then let's play on and see what more will be breached. Okay, we'll pause there. And pause there a bit. I go back and visit something that is back here. Remember, we are in a trade. We are in a trade that is moving, and we are supposed to be managing this trade as it moves. As it gives you new whatever opportunities to move the stop loss, we are supposed to take advantage of that. We are supposed to take advantage of that, meaning that then now we have moved. You can see we from here, from where it was, we have moved. We have moved. We would have followed all these other whatever which are here. Anything lower than where it is, we need to move, and therefore something. This one shorter. This one, now we ought to have moved it. The reason for moving it is so that we minimize our exposure. Okay, we minimize our exposure. From what you can see, we are in so much profit from, and but the whatever the you know the what do I call it? The trend has not given us opportunity to move our stop loss close enough. Yeah, we are so still very much exposed despite being in so much profits. But remember, we are trading by the rules. Otherwise, one would be easily tempted to just move it anyhow and bring it much lower here, so that you can do that. But in so doing, you are just breaching the rules. You are doing it, of course, if you are safeguarding your interests, and even you can exit at any point. But remember, now we are trying to play by the rules. We are trying to play by the rules as it were. So we are still there until we will be able to move. And here we have breached. Probably now it will give us a better opportunity to move to move to move our stop loss much lower. And again, while you are there, I should be quick to my if the whatever the impulses here, they had given us enough room to have moved our stop loss to cover all the risk that is exposed. It would have also given us room for us to be able to scale in. Rather, that is to take additional trades. You cannot take additional trade until you have covered the existing, while you are still exposed. You cannot do that, and that's why there was no opportunity for me to scale in under this circumstance. Okay, there wasn't any opportunity to scale in. Probably now that we have a new high and low, let's see whether it gives us an opportunity to scale in. Yeah, this one has been breached. It comes down all the way here. Comes down all the way there. Then now we want to look at which is our new high. Our new high will be somewhere here. Our new high, when you look at it, it will be just above this yellow candle here. Okay. And now, given that is where our new high is, then we will have to move. We will have to move our stop loss just 2 pips above it. At least now you can see, if you go back and see our point of entry, it was here. Yeah. Allow me, let me just zoom in a little bit so that it's not becoming too small, not visible on your head. Okay, so this is where we were, and currently you can see now where the stop loss is. Even if the trend changes and we are kicked out, we have already safeguarded enough profits as at that point in time. Yeah, we have already safeguarded some profits. But then the question is, where we are, do we have the confidence to scale in? Yeah, do we have the confidence to scale in? Remember, you want to scale in when the trend still has momentum. You don't want to scale in and immediately the trade changes against you because it will kick you out. Okay, so where are we? When you look at this, you can clearly see indications of a descending pattern. A descending pattern. Why? Remember, this is the previous impasse which ended here. It was breached. When it was breached by this candle, it pulled back. Then the next candle breached it again and it pulled back. And actually, put something here. Yeah, when you see it pulled out, it came back. Kiangalia hapo vizuri. Then again, here it pulled out, it came back again into the previous impasse. And then it again now turned. So what is in the indication of that? What does that one tell you now? Where you are? Remember, we're talking about scaling in to have an opportunity, possibly to place another trade, which would be in the most current low, we would have placed a trade while we are there. We would have placed a trade down here. Okay, somewhere around here where we have this is the current low that we would be having. We would place a trade there if we are confident, because already we have covered the previous risk. So, but then now the question is, what chances are there if you are going to place this one and then you give it 14 pips somewhere to up around here? Yeah, and you can see there is a descending pattern forming. And we know what descending pattern means. It means we are losing momentum and the trend is likely to turn and actually go the opposite direction. So it is not wise, and therefore there is no opportunity here for you to scale in under the circumstance. Why? Because you have been warned by this descending pattern, which is clearly happening down here. Okay. So, but at least our initial trade is doing well. You can see we have covered a lot of distance. Then let's push it and finalize on it. there it ends. And that's how it ends. You can see still the descending pattern continues. Even this one, it came and broke. It broke the current low and again pulled back. Then again, the green candle went up. So the week ended there. And I want to ask you, if it were you who is in the trade, here you are, you can see this profit is not, all this is profit and it has not been, I want to reduce this one a little bit. Okay, I hope on your end you are able to see. Okay, now this is where we are. The week has ended there. And clearly the descending pattern, it is visible to everybody. Okay, the descending pattern is there. You cannot be able to move. Just a minute. It doesn't end there. It is there. Then we will need to mark the current high. Yeah, there's a new current high because of the new. This doji, the green doji, it created, it is slightly shorter than the yellow one. So it created a counter trade and therefore gives us an opportunity to still protect more of our profit. It comes down there, that's the current high. It comes here all the way up to there. Okay. So now we can move our stop loss from where it is somewhere there. And that's where the week has ended. It's not trading. Now, I don't know if it were you, would you rather get out of this trade while it is there, or you would insist on, you would say, let me see what plays on next week? Maybe that's a question I want to pose at that point in time, because this is about decision making. If it were you, you are in trade, there you are. You can see there is quite a number of pips here which are still exposed, and you are clearly seeing descending pattern tendency. Yeah, it is inakuja hapa. Those are about 16, 17 pips. Maybe somebody can tell us what, if it were you and you are there, what would you do? Hello? Anyway, so what I'm saying is that we are trading using rules, and the rules so prescribe that the only way we should get out of this trade is when this whatever here is knocked out, when the stop loss is hit, and that will probably happen next week. We don't know as at now. The week ends there. We don't know whether it will be hit or it will continue going down and give more opportunities. We don't know. It can be either way, but most likely is that it will change, because you can see this decline, these signs of declining descending pattern. Up to there, I will want to pause there. Maybe somebody has a question or a clarification or something. You can take the question. Are we together, guys? Have you lost you? Or there is something that is just not flowing? So that is how it looks. That's how it looks like when in a more condensed fashion. So I don't know whether there's any question on this. We have just walked through it. Unfortunately, we did not get an opportunity to do a scaling, because really, when we are supposed to do it, then the indication you are getting is that we are descending, and we could not just assume that. Those are telltale signs, and you don't want to throw yourself into danger. And the rules do not allow for that anyway. When you are declining, when you are in a descending pattern, you cannot scale it. Otherwise, we would have, if we knew, if we could see momentum going down, there was an opportunity here, starting from here, that we would have actually put another trade here, and it would have been definitely taken in, would be in trade now. But the danger would be that it is about to be kicked out, because you know, the indications are that it is declining. It is in a descending order, pattern. So I'll pause there, and now if there are any queries, you can shoot them out. Okay, any question? Well, I want to assume that then you have seen there were three points at which here there was a descending pattern in the initial stage, which we were able to identify. Then there was an ascending pattern up here, then which took us again into trade. And here at the tail end of it, we are seeing a descending pattern. And we have a trade which is active and it is still going on. And therefore, as at this point in time, already what we have secured, that trade, it has secured for you, that is 53 pips, 53 pips. So that is good money, it's a good percentage, assuming that you had attend a big lot size trade. You certainly, you must be doing anything above 5% of the account, if it was a big lot size that you had taken. So you can see now the beauty of this strategy and how it is able to manage trades in that manner. Okay, good. So I will want to pause there and ask if there's any question. If there's none, then probably I will pass it back to Coach to tell us then now what next. Coach, are you with us? Okay, it doesn't seem to be around.
It's not there.
Yes. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, that is how it is. This thing, it takes practice. By the way, it requires a lot of keenness, and you know, you need to be very meticulous with it following through, so that you don't miss out on you don't miss out on marking an important point. That is either a low, a current low, or a current high. It is extremely important that you do that, and it is doable. All that it takes is more practice, until you will be able to do it, you know, without much struggle. Once you are you get into the groove, it becomes quite enjoyable to follow through, and it's something that you can be able to do. So there was there were two that I was to present, but I think because of time, will not do the other. You guys just go ahead and do the assignment for the two other months. I will post this, whatever my presentation, I will post it. You'll be able to see the one that I marked as assignment. You can go ahead and do it, and it will do well if you send it back to a screenshot. We see exactly what you are able to do. Okay. So anybody who has any comment?
Jackson, I think it has started syncing for me. I think initially I was really floating.
No, you are not alone. Initially, it's confusing. Really, it just doesn't add up. Huh? It takes a while to start seeing some logic. Until you start seeing logic, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. So thank you. Alex, keep practicing. Practice is basically the secret. The secret is practice, and more practice. Yeah. Okay, so is there somebody who is still feeling very lost? We see how best you can help. Says you are there.
Yeah.
So is the thing hardening up, or still you are in the doldrums?
No.
Yeah.
yes and no, but I'm not able to talk much right now.
All right. Anyway,
Mhm.
it's practice. Practice is so that we need. Take your time, put in the time, and guys, it is doable, and it's as you can see, because in forex the biggest challenge is actually when you'll be wiped out. The day you'll be wiped out is the biggest fear for any forex trader, because it is usually a matter of, it's not a matter of if, as it is a matter of when. Right? But you can see this strategy, it kind of gives you the control to ensure that you are not just going to be kicked out of the market anyhow. Yeah, well, one time you lose, but the much you will lose is just the 10% that you had exposed. And since that one has been, then you step back and again watch the market again. Wait for it to give you another opportunity, which you can enter. It cannot be every other, or you cannot keep on losing your 1% every other time. Even if you lose 1%, 2 or 3 times consecutively, and then the fourth time you go and eat, you get it, and you take home over 5%. You see, you are back to your capital is restored, and you are in profit. So when you see the odds, when you look at the odds, they are actually on the side of the trader. When you are trading like this, yeah, it is on your side. Even if you lose one, it should not worry you. Not at all. In fact, that should not even touch your conscience. You lost it and it's part of the game. Then you go for the next one. The next one, even if you lose it, you'll have lost 2%. No problem. But when you come to get it right, when one favors, one trade favors you, you can do even more than 10%. And you can see the difference it will be able to make in your trading. So it is something worth our time. Let's give it the attention it deserves, and most important, the hard work that it requires. So. Okay, so then guys, I think we'll call it a night. Now that we are on the same page and there are no questions, we'll post the material that we have been able to record. We'll post and just review them, and what you have posted yesterday, Ken's materials, what coach had posted earlier, just review them and put all of it together, because now it all revolves there. Otherwise, have a good night. From me, I think I'm done.
Thank you very much, Jackson. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Jackson. Good night.
Good night, coach.
Good night, Jackson.
Good night.